How to become the best version of yourself. So first of all, no one is the very, very best they could be. There's always something they can improve on, but you could always be much better than what you already are. I could be better, you could be better, everyone could be better. So in this video, I'm going to tell you all the different ways that I've become a way better version of myself and things that have really helped me. So the first one which I want to mention is setting higher standards for yourself. You want to change your identity. You're the type of person that goes to the gym consistently. You're the type of person that eats healthy. You're the type of person that doesn't scroll on Instagram or TikTok. You're the type of person that does all these different healthy things and, is positive for yourself. So raise your standards. Same applies for your friend group. If your friend group isn't as good as you want to be, then try find a different friend group. You don't have to cut them off or be rude to them or anything. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying try find some new people that you really look up to. You always want to be improving and improving. So the first one is setting higher standards for yourself. Without this, it's very, very difficult to level up because you simply aren't changing your identity. So change your identity into the better version of yourself and raise your standards. And once you've raised your standards, now you need some sort of direction. So you need to outline what your exact goals are. Once you know what your exact goals are, you want to have all your actions every single day leading towards that one goal. So if your biggest goal is to get in really good shape, when you eat, make sure all the meals are healthy. Make sure you're having, a certain supplement to go with it if you like. Always have your actions leading towards that goal. You always want to be learning about the gym, learning about what you could be applying, learn about what foods to be eating, learn about how to improve your workouts, learn about the mindset. Like, all your actions should be contributing towards this goal. So it always helps to write down your goals clearly. Like, I want to lose 15 pounds of fat. I want to get to this body fat percentage. Like, really outline it, make it super clear, because saying I want to be in good shape isn't good enough. Like, you want to have the exact goals you want to achieve. That way you can have the exact actions to get there. So have a very exact goal. That's the first point. The second point is to write down all of your weaknesses. So you need to understand yourself. Imagine you're a video game character. What are your strengths? What are your weaknesses? And now that you have those mapped out, you can work on the next steps to improve. So are you impatient? Are you maybe not so knowledgeable about fitness? Are you like all the different weaknesses? And then just really try and fix those weaknesses. If you're not very knowledgeable, then get yourself a coach, get yourself the right guidance, start learning a lot more. Now that's not a weakness anymore. So the lesson is to outline everything really clearly. Your goals and your struggles or your weaknesses, outline them so clearly, and now you can actually work with it. Because if it's all in the air, like, I'm overweight, I want to get in shape, it's just too vague. You need to have it very, very specific. And tying in from that last point is you need to do some sort of tracking. And I always believe in daily tracking, because if you give yourself time to reflect every single day in our fast moving world, you're going to be in a way better position, because no one ever sits down for 20 minutes a day and says, okay, what can I do better today? Like, what did I do right today? What did I do wrong today? What if you wrote down 3 things that you did good and 3 things that you did bad every single day? One thing which I will tell you is you're going to start seeing the same things popping up. You're going to be making the same mistakes. And the fact that you are tracking them, now you have a chance to actually change them, because now you brought awareness to them. So that's very, very important. Like, you need to do some sort of tracking. I prefer daily tracking. I just think that's the very, very best. And now you can actually start working on things, because you have a goal, you have your struggles, and now every day you're made aware. Everything is clear. It's all on the table. Now all the cards are shown, all the mistakes you made, everything is very clear to yourself. And now tomorrow, you have a chance to improve those things. And if you do this over a long enough period of time, you will be in a way better position. I can 100% guarantee you that. Another important way to become the best version of yourself is to improve your physique. There's many different aspects to becoming the best version of yourself. It's not just fitness. It's money, it's knowledge, it's, your charisma, it's your body language, it's your everything. Everything matters a lot. But one thing which really, really does matter is your appearance, your physique, and your style, like your clothing. So these things matter a lot, because that's the first thing people see of you. That's the first impression. So they don't get to understand your personality as soon as they see you. They get to see your clothes and your physique and what you look like. So, unfortunately, the world is in a way where people judge the book by its cover. So you can either complain about that, or you can take advantage of it. So I'd rather take advantage of it. So dress really nice, like wear some unique clothes, wear some colors that you enjoy, get it tailored to make you look good as well. Find some color combinations that work really good as well. So these type of things are going to help you a lot. Lose that belly fat, get in the gym, start lifting weights. You're going to feel so much better, and you're going to look so much better, and people will also treat you so much better. So when you are trying to become the best version of yourself, you're going to start noticing how people perceive you. As you get more confident, as you get in better shape, as you do all these different things, you're going to notice that people treat you with more respect. People, look at you differently. They look at you more. All these different things are a sign that you're on the way there. And carrying on from that last point, it's not all about physique, it's also about your knowledge. Like, you need to be constantly learning, like read a lot of books, listen to podcasts, watch videos like this, like just expand your knowledge. Even if you think a video isn't like fully going to help you, but it might help you, like just watch it, listen to it as you're driving to work, as you're, doing whatever. Try fill your brain up with knowledge. So a lot of you might be thinking like you don't have time for it, but if you just replace the music with podcasts, if you just replace doom scrolling with reading books, if you just replace these things, very quickly you're going to be flipping your life completely around, because your actions are completely changing from listening to music and doom scrolling to listening to podcasts and reading books. Like, that's a huge change. So it's not about spending a bunch of time, it's about using the time that you do have for the right things. So that really helps. And if you're truly trying to become the best version of yourself, the people around you matter so much. Whether they're good people or bad people, they're going to really influence your life. So you might as well have good people around you. People who are always striving for more. People who are also on the same path as you, trying to become the best version of themselves. So join some sort of community online. Try go to a nice gym where you can meet some nice people and, become friends with them. They're on the same path as you. If they're investing into an expensive gym membership, they're probably pretty serious about fitness. They're probably pretty serious about taking care of themselves. So they might be a person that you want to connect to and be friends with. So the people around you really, really matter. They really do matter. And if you're stuck in the wrong friend group with people who are not so interested in achieving more, they're not so interested in leveling up, then you too will not be interested in achieving more or leveling up. So the people around you matter so, so much. And the final point I want to finish off with is mastering consistency. Because if you think about it, let's say you're trying to create, an avatar of the best version of yourself. Like, what would this person look like? What would they be doing? What would their actions kind of be like? One of the most important traits they would have is consistency. They would consistently go to the gym. They would consistently try to get smarter. They would consistently make the right decisions. Everything's all about consistency. And the way you get consistency is by building it up. So don't start with like a 6-day, 7-day a week gym workout. Start with 2 or 3 days a week. Start with that, build the confidence, build the consistency. Then go to 4 days, then 5 days, then 6 days, if you have the time for it. So it's all about building up the consistency. Consistency is so important. And what really helps with that is having the right routine. If you don't have a routine in place, it's so hard to stay consistent because you're so, dependent on your willpower, and humans only have so much willpower. So you need to have some sort of routine in place to get rid of the thinking and just have it as like an automatic process. So whenever I go to the gym, I do it first thing in the morning. I wake up, I get fresh, I hydrate myself, I go straight to the gym, hit the sauna after, come home, eat. And that's like my routine. And I really enjoy that. And I think that's what works best for me with my schedule. So find what works best for you. Everyone's schedule is different. Everyone's routine is different. Everyone's life is different. So find what's going to help you stay the most consistent. So yeah, that's it for this video, guys. I hope you found this helpful. And I promise you guys, if you apply all these tips, you'll be well on your way to achieving the best version of yourself. It's within reach. If you can imagine this type of person, what this type of person does, how this guy lives his life, you can be the same too. So it's all about just believing it first of all, then taking the right steps to get there. So yeah, if you found this helpful, guys, and you found it useful, make sure to subscribe, drop a like, comment which of the points you found was most helpful or, you want to apply the most. And also, since I want to give you some extra value, in the first link in the description, there's a free fitness training video, which you can get for free just by clicking the link, watching the video. There's every single topic of fitness on there. It's extremely helpful, and it will completely transform your knowledge and teach you exactly what to do to get in the best shape possible. So click that first link in the description. It's really going to help you, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.